Jay, sad news coming out of our hometown in Columbia, South Carolina. We have an 18-year-old that was killed inside of an Airbnb that was rented by his family for a special celebration. And so I was thinking about that case, and also thinking about something you showed me with DoorDash, where they were just saying they were DoorDash drivers, but they were just trying to gain entry into homes. And so it's really becoming dangerous in our society with just basic everyday things that we enjoy. So what's your advice to people that are concerned about their safety, but they still want to live? Parents want to do things for their kids, but not being mindful in there. So what's your advice, and then how do we continually protect ourselves in those spaces?
I think that getting back to family is what's extremely important. These nerds, and again, they might be saying I got a thing against these nerds, but I do. These nerds has made it cool for us to rock with strangers. We were taught stranger danger. We were taught not to be around people like that we don't rock with. You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize that when you're sitting out here, like we get in cars. We get in Uber with strangers. My daughter is planning on getting in one in a little while. You know what I'm saying? And that's nuts. That's just the world we live in. We go on the internet and give away our social security number, bank card. You would have never did that, 25 years ago. And so again, you let people just come to your house. We go stay at people's houses we don't know. You've had, I won't talk about it, what's the name, but you had an unfortunate situation with an Airbnb in Columbia.
Must be something.
Must be something, right? And so, and it's unfortunate and somewhat irresponsible to let your kids have an event. Like, man, I remember what made my daughter's Sweet 16. I told her this had to be, I don't know how many years ago this was at this point, maybe 10. And so she's 17. So she's about 7 or 8 years old. And I said, she ain't having no Sweet 16 party because I was a photographer at the time. And I took pictures of a party, a Sweet 16, and I just watched how ratchet and raggedy that thing was and how these kids was losing it. And so I, as a parent, made sure my daughter went to Hawaii last year for her 16th birthday, right? With her family. She had an amazing time. So I bring it back to family, man. And everybody can't go to Hawaii, but it's okay for you to, celebrate with your son and daughter, or be there. It's okay to get the house and you be upstairs and they downstairs. At least, gee whiz, why do you feel like you got to leave them there at 18? Like, they not grown. They not grown. You know what I mean? Now, granted, they go away to college. This shit be going on there. You can't stop everything. But I'm going to stop whatever I can stop. I am not about to, you're not going to be able to come back to me and say, why he didn't do a thing. You know what I'm saying? Or why the parents didn't do. Hell no. Like, you can't tell me not to send my kid to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that is what it is. But I'm not going to be like, hey, take my house and have 8 people, 10 people come over to the house. My daughter know better than that. She's 17 and she knows her friend was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep over. She like, nah, we don't do that. Because we don't sleep at nobody's damn house. That's not what we do. Now, that's not for everybody. But and for my house, that ain't how that works. And so she know better. She know better to even ask me some shit like that. So at the end of the day, I just think that it starts with family. It starts with, being okay with ourselves. Stop worrying about trying to get haul ass outside of our households and outside of our family and our circumference to have fun. We used to have fun with our family, our brothers and sisters, cousins. Our cousins was like our other brothers and sisters, especially being growing up. You ain't had to go nowhere outside of your safety zone to enjoy yourself. And then when you did, you went with your people, so you at least felt protected. Just putting our babies out in these situations where they're not protected, or at least they feel protected, that's an epic fail. Rest in peace to the young man that passed away. And I'm not downing on the parents, because that this has to be the worst time in their lives. And we just gotta wrap our arms around them, pray for them, encourage them to do the best they can. They probably never get over it, but to get through it, and to just be able to do better going forward. And you know, I don't think that no parent is thinking like any decision they make is gonna, that next day they're not gonna have a baby. So you won't get no shade from me on that. We don't do that corny shit. They're going through something, and let's pray for that family, and just pray their strength that they can get through this and be able to function, because they're not gonna get over it. So let's get past that, and also pray for the soul of the young man. And just pray for our city too, you know what I mean? Like, cause our city should be hurting by losing a youngster like that, especially in these type of circumstances. So prayers go out to them and the family.